What's good, people? Welcome back to another edition of Quality Over Quarantine. We have a very special guest today. Goes by the name of SYM. Yo, how you
Hi
doing?
guys,
How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm cool. You know what, right? All right, so let's just start from the beginning. So,
Okay, cool.
um, I'm like super new to your music, yeah. So this is actually a really good interview for me because it's kind of like I've listened to all of your stuff that I can get hold of. I've watched all your videos, and it's kind of like, let me get to know like who is this person? Like, who are you? How have you got to this the place where you're at now? So, but before we even get into all that, how's lockdown been treating you this whole
Can you hear me,
pandemic
by the
time? I
way?
can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, good. Um, it's obviously lockdown low key is a blessing in disguise, kind of,
Mm,
because it was obviously really emotional because of the whole Corona stuff.
mm,
But it helped me focus on my music. Like, I probably got like out of my whole discography, most of that was done in quarantine.
Saying,
Like, most of the music I've done was from literally quarantine when it started. So it helped me a lot, like
yeah.
musically, writing, gave me more time, studio time. So yeah, it's been okay. It's been
What
okay.
what were you doing before? So before lockdown happened, were you working, college, education? Like, what were you doing
Yeah, I
before?
was working.
Okay.
I'm a beauty consultant, so I work in like makeup, fragrance, skincare,
Oh, wicked.
and yeah, because of lockdown, obviously, is I mean, it's hard to even work. So I've just been focusing all on music now.
Mm,
Like all my time is on music. So
that's
yeah,
cool. Okay. So how did you even get into music? So you're from originally. Are you from You from Camden?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
from Camden.
Seeing. So Camden like traditionally has quite a good music scene. Like N Dubs. That's like
Yeah,
their stomping ground. So did you grow up like knowing them or being around their music at least?
yeah. Of course. Like I listened to them a lot in my childhood. Like
Okay.
I remember the Channel U and all of that. And I remember everyone always being like, "Oh my God, that's my area." Like a lot of
See.
their videos, I walk past like those places every day. Like, and I'm like, "Oh, that's where they shot that video."
Yeah.
And all the time, whenever I think of people from Camden, it's mainly like N Dubs and obviously not a rapper, but Amy Winehouse as well. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah,
I think Charlie Sloth was originally from there as well. I think.
really, I
I
didn't know
swear
that.
he was. I swear, like I know him from like other ends, but I swear originally he was from like around them sides anyway. But yeah, it's
I
been
didn't
yeah. We'll find out. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. We're gonna find out where you're from, Charlie. Like for real, for real.
know. You're gonna
Um.
find out.
So how did you get into um the rap side of things, into music?
So basically, at first, like my whole life, I've always been like into music, like
Yeah.
since I was really like a kid, because my older sisters and brothers, like they listen to a lot of music, like Tupac, Biggie, like all the old school legends and stuff. And I loved it, and
Mm.
like I was always excited by music, but I didn't know if I wanted to be an actual musician. I just always knew I loved music. I was like maybe singing, like maybe I want to be a singer. So when I was like 18, I started singing. Then I was like, I don't know, I think I want to do rap. Like, and I remember when I was like 12, I used to like write little raps and stuff.
See.
And then, yeah, but then obviously, because I live in a Muslim household,
Mm.
it was kind of like, I'm not like, my family never told me, go for it, like, do it.
Right.
So, yeah, I ended up getting back into it like 3 years ago.
Mm. Okay. This is quite an interesting thing because I guess a lot of artists who come from Muslim backgrounds, you kind of have like a bit of a conflict because a lot of people would say, "Oh, music's haram." So how do you kind of, and it's funny as well because obviously there are a lot of Muslim artists out there in the
Exactly.
world, so it's not it's quite split even between
Exactly.
scholars. It's split between what you do. So how was that around your family? How did they find it, and was there any pushback?
I'm good. At first, I was just like, they're not gonna find out. I'm just gonna do music. I was thinking they're not really gonna find out. It's not like, but then obviously as I started to be more consistent in it,
Mm.
they ended up finding out. It wasn't the best day of my life, but yeah, like my mom always knew, but my dad
Right.
didn't know.
Yeah.
So my mom was just like, obviously, I don't agree with it. I don't want her to be a rapper, but
Mm.
it's her passion. She's always wanted to be a musician since she was a kid. I can't stop her, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So obviously, now they're kind of over it.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing it, and there's not really much they can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, now they're just over it, really. Yeah.
So like, even so, family are cool with it. Now you a lot of your music, you mentioned that you're Somalian, that you rep East Africa. How is there's not a lot of I guess there's more now, but over the last kind of 5 years, there's not been many Somalian rappers
Yeah.
that have been repping, and I don't know of any other female Somalian rappers that are doing what they're doing. Have you found any pushback like from the Somalian community?
Definitely. Oh my God.
Serious? Okay.
My biggest, I'm not gonna say haters, but like I don't know. Obviously, because they're Muslim,
Yeah.
and you know. But then again, there's loads. The thing with me is the thing that frustrates me so much is that every day you can even go on Instagram and see a new Somali boy that is coming up, not blowing, but coming up. Like you see that every single day, and no one really says anything. But just when a girl does it, is when everyone all of a sudden is a scholar, a priest, like
Yeah.
everyone is religious all of a sudden, like really, and it's just like it's not fair. But I think I just have to keep being consistent and then kind of win them.
Yeah. You're in
Because I don't know, yeah,
you're in like a quite a unique position because if you think about it, when people first started rapping in the first place, like when rap first started, as soon as a girl started, that's when people were like, oh, I don't know if girls should be doing it. So you're always gonna have that in every single sector, every single like art form. You're gonna have people that go, okay, it's okay for the men to do it, but when it comes to the girls, then it becomes a problem.
and for me, it's even more. Is that, and then on top of it is the whole, oh, she's Muslim, you're Somali, why are you doing this? And then everyone else, usually their country or where they're from, are usually their first supporters. But with me, it's kind of the opposite. But then again, I can't complain because most of my female supporters are Somali girls.
Yeah.
So it's new, so it takes time, innit? It's really weird for them.
I think you're a trailblazer. You're a pioneer, and the problem is the pioneers always they got to take all the hits. So being the first doing it, you got to take all the hits, but at the same time, no one can ever mention Somalian female artists without bringing up your name now. So
Exactly.
you put yourself in a lane that no one. It don't matter if they like you, dislike you. If someone's doing it, they have to mention you. So at the same time, it's quite a good blessed position to be in.
It's very, what's the words? It's very like it tests you.
Yeah.
Like the journey is very annoying, but I love it at the same time. Like it's a challenge, basically. Like, but yeah, like I'm not gonna tie myself, but yeah, I'm gonna win the Somali community over.
I think as well, like traditionally, the Somalian community. Obviously, I'm speaking from a total outsider, yeah. But I work with in the work I do outside. I work with lots of different communities, and one of the communities I work with is a Somali community. So I work with young boys that are involved in gangs and things like that. And one of the things that I always find is the assimilation. People talk about all the time assimilation into culture, assimilation into where you are. And one of the strongest things about this Somali culture is it's very close knit. Everyone keeps to themselves and they know each other, and like that's the strongest part, but that's also like the weakest part as well, because then it means when you want to branch out to the outside world, things are a problem. And a lot of times the guys are doing things that the elders don't really know about because they're just in their own world and they don't know what's going on outside. So it works both ways.
But then when it's the girl doing the same thing, is even seen as even bigger. Like, oh my God. Even I was on live with another Somali rapper who's a guy, and he was even telling me like, "You're brave."
Yeah.
Like he kept telling me, "You are so brave." And at first, I didn't really understand. I'm just like, because I'm just naturally always brave since I was a kid. So, but when people tell me that, it makes me feel like, am I doing something crazy? Like, oh my God.
But I feel like that's the kind of it's a good energy, because I feel like you are brave for doing what you're doing, but at the same time, you seem like a strong person to. It's not even stressing you like as much as it would somebody else. So it's like you're the right person to do it. And I feel like, I feel like everyone is put in the right place. The universe chooses people to do certain things, and everything happens for a reason. And so you having that strength allows you to do things that a lot of other people look at and are like, "Raw, I don't know if I could take that heat."
Cause there's probably loads of Somali girls that have wanted to, like, the world has been around, rap music has been around for a long time. There's probably been so many girls who do, but they're scared. And there actually has been, but obviously they don't continue because they get so much hate.
Yeah.
But even me, I got so much hate. My first freestyle, I was getting death threats. Like, I don't care though. Like, just to me, when I get that, it shows I'm doing something.
To me though, that's crazy, right? Something. Yeah, 100%. But okay, like me, when I first started music, so I was a grown man pretty much. I was like in my early 20s, and first doing music and having just not even hate, having bad reviews, having someone go, I don't really like that song. Even for me, I was like, nah, that was like heartbreaking. So
it's sad, isn't it?
For you to be getting like hate when you're coming in the game and still just going, nah, I'm going for it. Again, it's commendable. How do you deal with it though? Or is it just like,
trying to put my phone perfect.
It's cool. How do I deal with it? Yeah.
At first, I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely upsetting. Like, it did upset me. Hold on.
It's alright. Go get it right.
Give me 1 second. Let me just eat it.
Cool.
So at first, it was really like, I was upset. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was really like hurt by it. But then our friends were telling me, nah, like, don't. Because with me, I always overthink stuff.
Yeah.
I was overthinking a lot. Like, thinking, oh my God, should I even do this? But then I was like, nah. So many people who do music would love, even if it's hate, it's still exposure, engagement. So I didn't mind. Like, I was just like, whatever. Obviously, at first, it really upset me. But the more it happens, the more I'm just like, oh. You just see that it's not, you see it's a game. Like, they do it to everyone. It's not because of you. It's not because you're genuinely shit. It's because you're a girl and you're this and you're that. So just like, when you realize it's not a personal thing, you just, you know what I mean, take it on the chin.
It's funny because I always say, like, we place the opinions of others way too high. Like, the opinions of strangers, we put it on like a pedestal where it's like someone tells you something and you're taking it on as if they're somebody, and it's like who are you? I don't even know I don't know who you are. So how you even hating what I'm doing is crazy. But just keep doing your thing. So how was the support? Because I noticed as well when I put up the just a post of like, yo, we're gonna be doing this. I didn't realize, but you're with Finesse Forever.
Yeah. I'm working with them now.
That's cold, man. It's like, and I've. It's funny because a little while ago, I was one of the youth clubs that I was involved with. We were contacted by ITV they wanted to do a piece on us about drill music, and one of the other places they did was Finesse Forever, where they were based. So they kind of had them as well on it as well. So it was like, I was like, oh, I remember these guys from when we did our ITV thing because I saw their thing as well. How has it been working with that team? Like, how's the experience been?
I love it. Like, they've actually helped me so much. Like, because I remember when I worked, so the first time I officially got with them was in May, so the beginning of quarantine.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so, and I remember I was literally going to take a break from music because being an independent artist, like fully alone, it's really hard. It's actually like no team, just you. Like, it's hard. So
you ain't got to tell me.
in it, you already know what I mean. Yeah. So you know what it is. So I was doing that for like 4 or 5 months, and then I ended up thinking, oh my God, it's like this is harder than I thought because I was new. So I was like, I'm gonna take a break. Then a week later, they messaged me and they were like, yeah, we like your music. We really want to work with you. And I was like, oh my God, okay. They worked with AM and Scandal and stuff, so I was excited, and they kind of made stuff go fast.
Yeah.
I mean, already I have like 5 songs of them out, and I'm working on an EP, so without them, I wouldn't probably be doing that. So
Yeah.
I'm really thankful, very thankful.
How have you found the direction, like the difference between working by yourself and then working with a team? How has the transition been? Because I guess like when it's just you, you decide what you want to do, what you want to put out. When you're working with a team, obviously you have an input, which can be a strength. It could also be like, depending on your personality, you could be like, oh, I'd rather do this or rather do that. But how have you found it?
I low key, I don't know, because obviously, you know, I mean, but it's just too much stress, I think, doing it alone. So I think, like, I don't know, I think if you're like independent with your friendship group and you all can invest in, you know what I mean, I think it's different. But if you're just one person, I would advise you to like find a team or something to work with, because for me, I literally was gonna quit. Like, not quit, I was gonna take a break because it was too much for me. I released one video and that's it.
Yeah.
And I was, damn, am I gonna keep doing it over and over again alone? So yeah, like they helped me a lot. So I'm thankful for them. Definitely, I prefer being with a team.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I tell people all the time that one of the most important parts of making it is having a team. Like regardless of how many's in your team, but just having somebody else to kind of bounce things off.
Exactly.
And one of the things that I feel like held me back was doing it alone for so long and getting so used to doing it alone. And it's cool if you like that kind of thing, but at the same time, it's that whole thing is if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And having that team makes a massive difference. And I've seen them work as well. Like the work that they're doing, the how everything looks, I just think is as cold. It's like it's definitely a good place for you to be.
Thank you.
It's sick. So with what you're doing at the moment, who are your influences, or who are your influences coming into this, and who are your influences now?
I have like two sets of like what musical
yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so I have like the older kind of inspo, and then I have like the new inspo.
Right, okay.
There's inspo that I literally grew up on when I was like literally a baby, and then there's stuff from when I was like 15, 16 that's still a mark on me. So obviously I love Tupac, Biggie.
Right.
I used to like Mobb Deep, Lil Kim, Aaliyah, Destiny Child. I was into so many people, like so many old people. Then I was into Nicki, obviously, and love ASAP Mob. I was always into like when they came out. That's when like I was just if it wasn't for them, like I just loved the aesthetic, music. They kind of bring that weird kind of side of hip hop.
Yeah.
And I feel like the UK don't have that, like the weird kind of different, like unorthodox kind of thing. I'm really influenced by that. Like, so I have the new ones, the old faves, and then the new ones. Also Asian Soul, Megan, you know, all the female rappers. I'm in my female rap phase right now.
Yeah. I think like so kind of looking at the stuff that you do and just kind of looking at the UK scene at the moment, I feel like the females are kind of running things at the moment. Like there's a lot of guys doing their thing, but I feel like the most exciting part of the scene is what we see the black girls doing. We're just seeing like a whole different, because again, there wasn't, if you go back a few years, there wasn't that aesthetic. There were obviously girls doing it, but not looking the way that you girls look. Like it had to be, before it was like you kind of had to be a bit butch, or if you were doing the other thing, then it wasn't really, you weren't coming with bars really. It was just more like poppy. Whereas now it's like girls like you have the pop aesthetic, but they're just coming with bars, they're taking off heads. And I feel like, and another thing as well, there's a lot of like individuality in it as well. Like still within everyone's own lane, everyone's kind of got their own little thing that really works really well. And I just think that's really exciting. Do you see like, do you find it as competition, or do you see it as just inspiring you to just go harder? How do you see like the other girls doing it?
With me, like it's always inspiring. I never take it the opposite way of like, oh my god, I'm scared. It's more like inspiring. Like I can have writer's block and I'll have the worst day, and I'll listen to a couple girls and I'll be like, okay, now I feel like
Yeah.
with other girls, okay, let me come even harder. So no, they help me better myself, if anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love it. Like because I've always grew up on the whole Lil Kim and then Nicki and
Yeah.
Foxy Brown and all of that and Moni Love, like all of them, all of that. So I've always wanted the UK to have their own version,
Yeah.
and I find it so exciting. Like, but I'm waiting for my time to come. I don't think they're ready, but yeah.
Do you feel like, so your, as far as like your time, yeah, do you have a timeline in your head of like when you're trying to be at the peak of what you're trying to be, like when you in your mind, yeah, when you see yourself as this big artist which you're becoming, do you have a timeline in your head like, right, I want to do this, I want to get there, I need to do that? How do you see it?
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I did have a timeline, but I don't know. Like, you shouldn't. I don't think you should, because you end up disappointing yourself or putting too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And the music industry is not like, when you go into it, you're thinking, oh, this is easy, but it's not. Like, millions of people trying to do it,
Yeah.
and it's just so hard. Like, you know what I mean? So you have to just keep going.
Let's talk about the industry side of things. Yeah. How have you found the industry? Because again, what happens a lot of the time is people have this idea, I want to rap. You're like, yeah, I want to rap, boom, boom. So you start rapping, then all of a sudden you start meeting people in the industry, and a lot of people, some people don't mind it and can just gel with it and run with it. How have you found it meeting industry people and just working within it? Has there been any things that you'll be like, oh, I didn't think this worked that way, or anything like that?
Yeah. I feel like in the music industry, the UK one,
Yeah.
there's some politics and some bullshit
Yeah.
going on. Like, and I realized it, like, as you grow and do it, you learn. So I realized, like, recently, it's not about talent. I realized, obviously it is, but the main thing is who you know and where you are, and connections and networking and exposure and promoting yourself, right, and marketing. You can be the greatest rapper of all time, but if you don't know how to do that, then you're not really gonna. So I learned that, like, all about. It's not about being a good video and a pretty girl, and it's not about that. So I learned that, definitely. Like,
yeah, I think it's for me, it's always about the story. Like, what's the story? What's the bit? Or because no one, especially in this country, I feel like because the scene's quite small, we want to be entertained. So it's like, are you entertaining? You can be whoever and do whatever, but is it entertaining? Because like you're correct. There's a lot of people that make some amazing music that aren't where they should be, because the outside of it is just boring. It isn't the story that they want. There is no story. That's why I say, like, you being from where you're from, and having to go through what you're going through, to me, that's already a story, innit? It's already like, okay, there's some drama here. It's gonna be, it's gonna be something. So I think that's already exciting. So you've already kind of got a start in the right direction. As far as politics in the industry, how have you found? What negative experiences have you had with politics? Just being, and you don't have to mention no names or anything like that.
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like people act like there can only be like one female rapper kind of thing. And people, I don't know, like, I just feel like it's like a sheep mentality as well. Like, if a group of like other artists won't support you, even people in general, or people won't support you if the crowd don't, like, you have to be, I don't know, it's just so much bullshit that I never realized that would be a part of it.
Nah, I get you.
Like, the whole one female rapper thing, like, oh, this girl's doing this, so you can't do this. No, why can't everyone? You know what I mean? Like,
have you found, like, so at the moment, obviously one of the things that kind of highlight the UK girls at the moment is a lot of beef going on. We're seeing like a lot of, well, there's been beef for ages, but for some reason it seems different. Like, obviously guys beef every single day, no one really bats an eyelid, but when it becomes like girls beefing, it becomes something a little bit different. How do you see the beef, and is it how would you feel if someone starts calling your name and you're going back and forth with another rapper? How's that gonna go? How's that gonna play out?
I low-key would enjoy it because that's what's gonna give me clout.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I would be like, okay, yeah, I'll obviously you need to like think smart. Like you don't want to get violated and destroyed, and shit like that can destroy your whole career. So you have to analyze like who they are. Do you think that they'll violate me? I don't think so. So I'm gonna go in. Even if they are, I'm still coming with full force. Like I feel like the sad thing though is with female rappers in the UK, when they're beefing, that's when they're gonna get clout, views, entertainment, acting a fool.
Yeah.
But if you're not beefing and you're just making music, it's not enough. It seems.
Yeah.
Like. You know what I mean? That's why girls are doing all this crazy beef and fighting. But it helps girls get their numbers up and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But I think to me, again, that's kind of part of the whole the entertainment side of things. It's like wrestling, isn't it? So people want to know, like, they want the entertainment, they want the drama. So that's always going to be a thing. At the moment, we've got the Nole and Trillery beef going on. How do you think that's going to go?
I don't know. I think they're both good. Yeah. Like, I genuinely think they're both really good rappers.
Yeah.
So it makes me sad, low-key, like, because they're both good. And I don't like really seeing females go against each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's always, like, I might be wrong, but they always are created by fans or men, like, that kind of feel the beef. Yeah. So it's just always like, oh. But then again, it's good. Music comes out of it and it's entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I support both of them.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, man, because I think obviously I think Nole is an incredible spitter. I think Trillery's cold as well, and I feel like they gotta both be smart and just use it to their advantage. And I feel like as long as it don't get too deep and it don't come off the out of music, then I'm always for it. I just think if when things get too personal, then it gets a bit silly, and then you start kind of missing like the reason that you're here or what we're here to do.
That's what happened with Nicki and Cardi. Like, just went a bit too messy for no reason.
Yeah, like I heard they're gonna do a song together or something. They're gonna patch it up or something. I swear I saw that somewhere. I swear I saw that. So it might have been some clickbait. I saw it a couple of weeks ago. And apparently they were gonna.
I'll be over the moon because, like, I've always, since I was like a child, I've loved Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Probably one of my biggest influences.
Yeah.
And Cardi, I loved her as well since the beginning as well.
Yeah.
So it's so annoying because my Nicki fans are always like, "Why do you like Cardi?" But I like Cardi. I'm sorry, like I like them both.
That's You ain't got to pick sides. It's funny because, like, with Nicki Minaj, like, I was a Nicki fan from way back, like the mixtape days. I've still got like mixtapes on hard drives from way back. Like, I'm talking 2010. I remember I was in Taiwan and I had this Nicki mixtape, like maybe 3 of them, and just listening to them over and over. Like, she was
your OG.
That for real. Like, I just remember and just thinking, like, now go ahead.
Sick though, because a lot of men at the time didn't like her and said she wasn't good.
See, I can never say that because I just think, like, as far as lyrically, and I feel that's the thing as well. That's like the Nicki and Cardi beef, yeah. If you're gonna choose a side, yeah, they're just different artists. Like, Nicki comes from a different place. Nicki comes from rappers, right? So Nicki's a Queen's rapper. Like, she can
she's
bar.
A rapper.
Yeah, like, she can really, really bar. Whereas Cardi B, she's more vibes, and she, you know what I mean? She's got a good energy about her. So. But you want to hear her talk, yeah. So to me, I'm like, they're two different things. They definitely should be making money together. They should be making money together, man, and push things through.
Thank you.
So that's got to be, man.
Them both. Exactly. Nicki's more of the rapper, and Cardi's more having fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm both of them. I like making music that is having fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I prefer even making music that is more fun. But the more I get older, I want to be more in my like bar, like lyrical and stuff like that.
I know it's rude to ask, but how old are you?
I'm 21. It's not rude.
Okay, it can be rude at some point, but you're still a baby. You're still young. Yeah, man. It's like, you know what I mean. Really? You can't ask a woman her age. So you're still young in the game. I never got that.
I
So
feel like I'm getting old, so I'm not gonna lie. I
that's
feel like I have
hilarious.
2 more years left. I'm joking.
You know what? I was having this conversation the other day about me and my boy. We must have been about, I don't know, 25, 26, and we were like, yeah, man, when we hit 30, man, we're out of it, man. We ain't rapping no more after 30. And it's like, I'm about to be 40 and I'm still rapping. It's just like, and probably having
You
like the
don't look
best,
it.
but my mum got my mum's genes in it. Like I'm
Yeah.
having like the best time doing what I love to do. So there's never a time limit on what you love, man. As long
I
as you're
don't.
having fun
Exactly.
with
And
it.
Nicki Minaj was like 30 when she blew,
Yeah,
blew.
yeah, she was.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm not stressing myself out over any, like, I'm not putting that time on myself,
Yeah.
nothing like that.
One thing you mentioned, yeah, you said about your influences, yeah. So you've got different influences from music, but one thing about your style is very unique. Like even how you rap, your accent, it's it's
Everyone says this.
but like to me, that's the thing that makes you stand out. So is that a conscious thing? Because I don't think a lot of people just fall into they're like, this is how I rap. So the way they talk is way different from the way they rap. But you've got like the way you talk is how you rap, and it just sounds cold on a beat. Where did that come from? Or was that just natural?
Yeah, like that was just natural. Loads of people always tell me like even the other day, some girl was like, "Oh my god, you actually don't sound like a typical black girl when you rap. Like you sound really posh." And at first, because you're talking, so you don't realize it.
Yeah.
I actually never realized this. Since I started rapping, I've realized that I have a hoarse voice. I didn't know this, and I realized that I'm posh. I didn't know this. So it's a natural thing. I thought I sounded like everyone else, but
Yeah.
I guess I'm posh or whatever. But yeah, like I don't know, the posh thing, I like it, but I don't know. Like when I got told this last week, I was like, damn, I didn't want to give that posh. But then again, it's kind of cool because it's like it's contrasting
I say
what I'm
yeah.
rapping about.
Yeah. But I always say as well, lean into the things that make you different. You lean into them because that's what's always going to set you apart. So everybody's got everyone's got certain things that are similar to other people. Okay, that's cool. But if you got the thing that's different, especially if it's the thing that they're like coming at you for, to me that's always like, that's the key. The thing they don't really like, or the thing they're saying is not the good thing about what I'm doing. That's the thing I'm going to lean into because that's what makes me different.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the first thing I noticed about you. As soon as I heard you rap, I was like, oh, okay, like just because obviously I saw you first, then listened to me. I was like, oh, okay. You sound a bit different than I expected, and to me,
Really?
that's
What did you expect?
I don't even know, innit? You're from Camden. I thought it was gonna be like, you know what I mean, the royal girl thing, and it's like, oh no, it's kind of like it's just it's you, like, and I feel like that is you have to have a hook. You have to have what's the bit that makes you different, and that's one of the things that makes you different, not just not just the bars, not just your background, but that as well. All of these things, like I'm saying, make you different, and that's the story, that's the drama, that's like the hook, that's the bit that makes people go listen again, because everyone can.
Exactly.
Someone said I was watching an interview with Russ, and he was like, everybody will give you a first listen, everyone will give you a listen, but it's that second listen. It's how do they go back to listen to the first song and then go, I want to hear more, and that's the bit. And I feel like where you are and what you have, you've got that.
Really, I'm actually trying to work on that. I'm always going to the studio once a week. I always want to elevate myself. Even now, I'm trying to take a little break because I feel like I've been overdoing stuff. So I want to take a 2 weeks off, maybe writing and music, and then fully get back into it. But yeah, man, thank you. That was motivating because right now, when you're just going through stuff musically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks isn't a break either. I've had breaks for like 3 years before, man. 2 weeks ain't a break. 2 weeks.
Exactly. Probably it might be even months. I'm just saying 2 weeks would be nice. But
how do so working with your management, working with your team, how would they be if you're like, okay, I want to chill, like, because obviously you've been putting out a lot of music. Have they been orchestrating that frequency of music?
Yeah. Like my management was like, let's be consistent, like do a video, because I had already these songs done.
Cool, okay.
And we already had like a little chronological line of like when we wanted to release the
Wicked.
song. So we were like, yeah, let's do this, and this,
Yeah.
and then yeah, we just and basically because it's all been like set out. So obviously I have one more song that I'm gonna release,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take a break, and they're okay with that too because in that break, it's not even a break because I'm gonna be working on my EP.
Yeah.
But like break as in releasing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be just working on an EP, and I
Yeah.
really want this EP to be good. Even now, I had a whole, when you always scrap things, go
Yeah.
back. I even want to rethink of everything I was doing.
Right. Okay.
I'm happy that I'm taking long.
Yeah. I think it's good that way as well. But even like this time of year, like Christmas, nothing's really happening anyway. So by the time you drop your next thing, Christmas is gonna happen. Then we'll be back in January. Then it's time to go again. So I feel like this is always a good time to kind of have a break anyway. It's like perfect time to chill for a little bit.
Can you hear me, by the way?
Yeah. I can hear you. Did it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So
good.
it's Christmas is a good time to have a break. So the EP, what's the vision for that?
Okay, so obviously I'm excited because I want to go so hard with this. Like, I want people that doubted me to listen to it and be like, oh, okay. So I want it to be like half trap music. That's what I love doing, like trap music. Really influenced by like Atlanta trap.
Yeah.
And I really love Southern rap music.
Yeah.
That's mainly where I get people would never know because of my accent, but that's where I get my flows from.
But
like,
I love that. See, that's like a really good. That's a really good thing. I love when you have an influence, but I can't hear that influence straight away. To me, that's perfect. That's a perfect way.
People never do. They're like, oh, that's what you like.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Sick.
But yeah, so obviously I want to do half trap, and I've noticed with my trap songs, like, because the UK is not really into that kind of thing. They're more into the drill thing. So then I also want to do some drill songs too.
Right.
Then I want to do my own thing. Like, I love house music. I love garage music. I even want to rap over that. Yeah.
Wicked.
So I want two completely different drill and then some trap.
Yeah.
And I want to do drill just to show people, okay, this is what you guys are doing. Let me jump on it.
Yeah.
Because it's not something I love drill. I love listening to it, but I feel like with me, I'm more good at my like trap beats and stuff like that.
I feel like I guess it's kind of different to me. Like drill is such a niche lane, but it's what's hot right now in the UK. It's the hottest sound. But I feel like the trap is more transferable. Like trap, you can kind of go anywhere with it. It's just it's wider. I guess it's
you know
wider
what it is
spread.
though.
Go on.
My kind of trap is so different to even I don't like when you think of trap. Like I don't even do the normal trap. Like I do like the weird like SoundCloud mumble rap kind of trap music. So it's gonna be longer. Like I feel like I have so many things stacked against me.
Right.
Where I'm from. My type of music I do is not like typical UK girl music. I don't rap like a road girl. But yeah, like I guess like you said, it's all gonna help make me different.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think so as well. I think it's definitely gonna help what you do, and I feel like you kind of. It seems like you like the barriers as well, because it just means you just go harder through it. Like.
Exactly. I'm a rebellious person.
Right.
I love it. Since I was a kid, give me something, I'm gonna knock that shit down. I don't care.
So who's?
I'm just really excited to see what's gonna happen.
Who's on the production? JB.
I have a producer from America who does my trap songs.
Sick.
I have a boy called Feed who's only 13.
Serious.
And he made probably my most streamed song, I think.
Okay.
Just multiple different people from all over the world. Australia, UK here. Yeah, man.
So after this EP's released, have you done live shows before?
I done one show before quarantine.
Right, okay.
Right, we didn't even know Corona was happening.
Yeah.
But in January, I done a show, and it was exciting. But I really wanted to do more.
Right.
But
how did you find that? Like getting ready for it and and performing, did you find was it nerve-wracking, or was it just a natural, like, this is where I'm supposed to be?
Because it was so it was a small kind of place. It wasn't like a massive place.
Right.
I was really comfortable. I just took a shot and I got on the stage, and then obviously, but looking back at it now, I learned what I can do better and stuff.
That's cool, man. So I'm guessing after when are you planning for the EP to release?
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you. Yeah. It's going spotty, but you're good over here. You're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So when's the EP release date?
I don't have the date yet, but I want. So my 22nd is like March next year.
Okay.
So I want it to be around that time.
Nice.
Maybe summer, March, April, May, around that time.
Cool. So EP coming. What else does the future hold for you?
I don't even know. I wish I could see, but I really want to be like. Obviously, some days I have days where I'm not motivated, but still, I want to be like not just a rapper, but more of like a symbol for women.
Yeah.
You know, because I really love talking about women empowerment and stuff like that as well, and it's in my music as well, like. With but these niggas, like I want my music. So I want it to just. I want to be someone that you look at like in 20 years, 30 years time, and you're like, she was brave. Like, how come she done that?
Yeah.
So that other girls are and people in general are more like oh, she done it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to be even since I was a child. I loved that, like. If I put something out, I want something back from it.
Yeah.
I've always been that kind of person. So yeah, it's exciting.
It is exciting, man. I feel like the idea of being a female that empowers other females in itself is a noble cause. And I also feel like the position you're in, like I said, you're a pioneer in what you're doing, and it's almost inevitable that that's going to happen, because where you are at the moment, you're going to have other young women looking at you. And again, you might even have, you know what's funny? You might even have the same women or even, I mean, boys or whatever, who are looking at you and saying you shouldn't do what you're doing. Some of them are only saying you shouldn't do what you're doing because they can't do it. Once they see you doing it, then it's going to change. Exactly. And they'll be like, yo, do you know what? I want to do that too. So I feel like you're going to see a lot of people turn around and start supporting you. Some of your biggest haters might become your biggest supporters.
But that happens with so many people, innit? How many rappers does that happen to? In the beginning, it's like, oh, fuck off your shit. Yep. And then everyone all of a sudden loves them.
All the time. I have it online all the time. Someone will cuss me like, yo, you're shit anyway. And then they'll go, oh, do you know what? I checked your music. Nah, it's actually hard. Yeah, you're hard still. I'm like, all right, cool then. Do you know what I mean?
I get that too. I had someone send me an anonymous message and they were like, I'm actually sorry. They were like, I'm apologizing because you've improved. Because when I first started doing music, even before I released a song, I just used to do like little freestyles and stuff.
Right.
And I remember when I posted that, people would hate on me. But obviously, looking back, I wasn't that good, but I just started.
Yeah.
And obviously, they don't want to wait and see you improve, and they just want to go ham on you. And now that I've improved, they don't even come for me now. I don't really get hate like that anymore.
It's super brave though, because what you forget as well, like a lot of people, when they started rapping, no one heard their first few bars. Like I was rapping for like at least 6 years before anybody heard me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I started rapping when I was 10. I didn't spit my first rhyme to my friend till I was about 15, 16. So like I had all that time to practice and make my little tapes and stuff. So there's a progression, and it never ends. That's what I'm saying. So it's super, like what you're doing is super brave anyway, and it's hard to do.
And because, like I said, I used to write music when I was a kid, but I couldn't practice because my mom always told me like, no, Muslim girls don't do music and stuff. It's spaghetti. So I used to even draw and do art, but I let all of that go. Then I was just in school doing stuff I didn't even want to do like that. But yeah, like, just, man.
Nah, it's cool, man. We're going to see you do all the things you want to do. The music come in. You know what I mean? Start back doing the art. You might even be doing your own artwork soon. Like,
exactly.
That's all.
But I think I've completely lost that. Like,
It's
I was
never
really
lost,
good
man.
at touring, but now I'm not.
It's never lost. Trust me, it's never lost, man. It'll come back one day.
I'm gonna have to practice.
Practice, man. Do it. I want to see that up, man.
Make perfect.
But cool. I want to say thank you for your time.
Thank you for bringing me on
It's
here.
been
I appreciate that.
mad appreciative. Also, just thank you. Like, big up to your management as well. Like, I see them supporting. Yeah, man. Just keep doing your thing, and
Okay, thank you.
I'll be here supporting as well.
Thank you so much for having me. I love this interview.
Big up. Anyone you want to shout out to?
Big up my team, my friends, and my family. Yeah,
Wicked.
and SYM Mob.
That's how we do. Hey, I'm SYM Bob now as well, yeah? That's
You're
me.
SYM
I'm in the
Mob
gang,
too,
man.
come on. Gang.
All right, bless. Thank you for your time, and we'll
Bye.
speak soon.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care. Blessings. Peace.
Bye.
Yo, that was cold, man. Big up Sim. Big up the team. It's cool just to see what she's doing, and like I said, I didn't know her story. I knew her music, but I didn't know her story, didn't know the background. And hearing her story, hearing her background has just made me an even bigger fan, because now this is somebody who I want to see reach those goals that she has. And I don't see any reason why she can't reach them. I actually don't see any reason why she won't reach them. So it's going to be it's going to be good to see, man. It's going to be interesting to watch her rise to the top. We will be back tomorrow, live 8:00. We have another artist, Icicle, who's gonna come on and just tell her story as well. Big up everyone who was locked in live. Please hit the like button. Please share. Let people know what Sim's doing. Let people know we're out here trying to push artists as well and get things moving to another level. But guys, have a great evening. Peace and love. Love to you. Love to your families.